What's going on, guys? Mike back at it here, and got a great video here. This cool badass rock bouncer I picked up in a trade last summer of 2021, and now it's summer 2022, and I'm finally getting around to show it on my channel. It's gone through some paces and had some issues that I've sorted them out. I'm gonna do a quick overview video, and then we're gonna let it hit the train, show you what it all can do, and I'll discuss what I did with it and what the issues that I had with it. Nothing major, but maybe give you guys some good info for when you make a trade on what to look for and what to do before you run it, because we all get excited and we run our stuff and then we run into little issues and it could have been avoidable. So glad you guys are tuning into this. Let's get the show on the road. Let's go. Here we go, guys, and I'm real excited to show you this thing. It's been a long time coming, and I traded for this, like I said earlier, last summer, and finally drove it a few times, worked out all the kinks, and I'm ready to show it to you guys. Quick little overview, and then we'll get her out on the dirt and on the pavement and some terrain, and we'll see how she runs. Now, we'll talk about the cage first. Kind of curious where this thing came from. If anyone knows, leave me a comment below. The guess from my end is maybe AliExpress. I've seen a bunch there, maybe Banggood or something like that. I've seen something very similar. The issue I have with it is finding a place to put my battery, and I'll get to that in a second. But it's got a cool bull nose in the front, servos mounted on the axle here, as you can see. It's a pretty standard fare here. We got a Hobby Wing brushless motor. The ESC that came with it, I have here, is from an Arma, the BLX. To be exact, it's the BLX 100 ESC, so that should be fine. I dropped in my own receiver. It's the Orange RX DSN2 that binds to my Spectrum radio, and the ESC was mounted, the servo was mounted, the motor was mounted. We have another servo in here. This is maybe a generic blue one that's for changing the transmissions. Could be the Traxxas, I'm not 100% sure. But that doesn't need anything super powerful, as it's just changing the transmission speed. Yeah, it's standard fare. Now, one of my first times testing it, it has these special shocks that are new to me. It's the double spring, and it's the air pressurized. It goes out here. There's some caps here on top where you can adjust the air pressure, and how this thing reacts. It is really new to me. I'm gonna have to do more research on that. We got like 3 mounting positions too. Real neat stuff, and just get this thing going. A full battery was not really ideal for this, so I went with a shorty pack. I got this Z LiPo from Amazon. I'll leave a link in the notes too about it. And shorty pack is kind of cool, and I just Velcro it in, and I had some Lexan kicking around, so I just made some slits in it for the Velcro, and then used a reamer, made some things, put some tie wraps in. If anyone else has got some better ideas of what I did here, just leave a comment below. I'm all ears. But we're getting this thing up and running, so I'm excited about that to start. So we're going to get going here. I'll just talk about the tires. Looks like it's a B-lock here, and these tires look like they're nasty. They're Maxxis tires, Crawler LT, and I'm having trouble reading that other word there. So they are super cool tires, and they're super big. I mean, that's my fist, and they're like, a third of the size bigger than my fist. This is really cool. And one thing I will say is, when you make a trade for an RC, you can get excited and you want to get it going and get it running, but it's still best to check over, because the previous owner may have not done things properly. And the very first time I ran this buggy rock bouncer, the back, I was like going for a while, and I was going great, and then all of a sudden I was realizing that it wasn't quite running great, and soon noticed that it was front wheel drive only. And I realized that the back drive axle fell out. There's a grub screw here, and the grub screw came out then the axle fell off. So I had a friend who has a roofing magnet thing. I went through the area where I ran this RC, and I actually found the shaft, but I couldn't find the screw. And it's one of those weird screws that goes wide with the grub screw, then narrows down to a pin style when it goes through here. So the grub screw is on this side. See, there's the grub screw and hex end, and then on this side is the pin. Now this one is just a straight through pin, so I measured the size up and I bought a set from Amazon, and they since work perfect. The original one is a little bit beefier, it looks like. The front is still the original one that came with this, so we're still working with that, and I have the front one that with the pair that I got from Amazon. So enough of that. The reason being is they didn't use Loctite on the grub screws, and when metal goes into metal, you should use blue Loctite at least, and let it sit for 24 hours, and then you know that things won't back out, because high torque things like drive axles are going to back out for sure. So I took the screw out of there, and Loctite, we're all good to go here. I'm super excited. Let's get this thing running, and I'll show you what it's all about. All right, let's go. Hey guys, so here we go. We're in the running portion of the video, and as I was saying earlier, I don't know if you guys caught it. Sorry, it's a little bit windy. I hope the wind noise isn't bad. I don't know if you heard it, caught it. It's got a 2-speed transmission here. It's 4-wheel drive, of course. And right now I'm in the high-speed gear. I'll bring it back here. One thing with these bigger tires and these steering throw on this thing, it can get a little squirrely at times, and you can roll it over quite easy. You have to baby the throttle a little bit, but it's all part of the fun. Got over here on my radio, found channel 3 to that button there, and that puts it in low gear, and that's how she rolls. We'll go for a little walk. Here's, we'll hit some terrain. There's some terrain over here in the corner, at least. We got some blocks and wood, it looks like. So this thing just eats it up all day long. Really cool, and real good shock setup on this thing. I'm excited to get this out on a real rock type terrain. I found a place near my house, probably a 2-minute car ride, where there is ton of rocks, and this thing will power on through that really good. The battery's holding in pretty good in the makeshift platform I made for it. The Velcro seems to be working, though it does tend to slide around a little bit after a bash session, but I've never had it come out yet. You can see it just powers on through all this kind of stuff. Looking really good. It's got plenty of power with that motor. It's a very heavy rig in terms of ones in my fleet. This is I would say a 110 size. It feels a little bit bigger than a 110 just because of the weight and the size of those tires, but that's the way it works. We'll just cruise on over here for a bit. We got a bit of a grassy area here, and she goes not too bad. It's a great thing for a trail too. We got a nice little spot here. She's rocking through pretty good. It's got definitely a distinct sound to it. We're gonna put it in high gear now, and we'll see how she boots around out here on the grass. The turning on this is crazy. Woo, 2 wheels there. As I said, when it gets in high speed, some birds aren't happy that I'm in their locale here, squawking at me. But don't mind them, they'll be gone in a minute. So it's looking good here. A lot of fun to whoop. Watch out for those posts on 2 wheels again. Of course, when you're rock bouncing, you want the torque, but you also Can do some rock racing. I've seen that where they make tracks and put rocks out and stuff like that, and logs to get over. This would be a fun one for that. Probably need a little bit of steering adjustment, but all in all, just having a lot of fun with this now that I got it up and running and the kinks worked out. Whoa. See if we can get her up. There we go. Yeah, man. Whoa. Yeah, I got it on video, man. Way cool. So anyways, definitely one I'm gonna have to do on my own. I don't think I can have the kids, so I know they'll want to run this one. Whoa, what are we doing here? Oh, we'll leave it at that. Definitely one I don't want the kids to be running little much power, and can hurt somebody with this, with some of the crazy flips and things going on. So guys, thanks for tuning into this. Always having fun with RC. Hope you guys are having fun with your RCs too. Always appreciate you guys leaving comments below. Hope everyone's getting a chance to RC and doing well. Peace, take care, see you soon on the next one. All right, I'm out of here.